Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
The left foot of Italian-born kicker Giorgio Tavecchio ready to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Gone. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Goff now looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brandon Graham able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. To throw is Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the Rams' 49-yard line.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Breaks a tackle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. On second down and 4. Wentz. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it first and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Offside defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll try to run it in, going up, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz, keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback?
Touchdown, L.A.! He returns the kickoff and even 90 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. And so it was a little bit of a shorter kick. He caught it at the 10, and then he was able to take off, go the rest of the way 90 yards to the other end zone for the kick return touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now Wentz on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Goff. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's a gain of 13. 1st down, Rams.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 10. Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
All day, dog. Go. Great.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. Skirts by at the 15. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All that, and it only nets them a yard. It's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing is Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Hold on. Check. You got to step it up. Watch twist. 50 Cent.
The final shot before break here. Goff going up top for Kupp, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Mikel Roby brings him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second down.
On second down now, it's Sanders, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second and 2, Wentz. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Wentz going to throw. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
57's Mike.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Just beating the play clock is gone. That'll be caught by Kupp. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 1st down, Sanders. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the 2nd half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. 75 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Zerline now for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Rams first down.
On the draw, this is Henderson. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heel? And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Second down, it's Henderson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. They'll run on first down. It's Henderson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Henderson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, second and 11. Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Page. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now Kellen throwing again on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say 24-hour cheesesteak shop, here we come.
Oh, yeah, and I'm buying, partner. And guess what? I'm having mine with.
And I'm having two if you're buying. Good night from Philadelphia.